Hey guys, it's Robin and welcome to my first live stream here on YouTube. Today I would like to give you an update from my Detox program 2022 because my solid food vacation is successfully completed. The whole part with the breaking of the fast and the refeeding, everything I went through, and today I would like to give you a summary. I would like to talk about my protocol, what was very good, what can I improve. I would like to give you a conclusion, where my results so far and what happened during this detox program. And then the last thing is I will tell you how we will continue. So we'll continue with my diet, with my exercise program and my recovery, and you will see everything around my detox program. So I'm really looking forward to this video, and I'm happy when you're here live and also when you're watching the replay. First, make sure to give this video a like and also subscribe to this channel that this content can reach more and more people. And I will directly start with my protocol. So I started on the last day of June with 1 day of water fasting. I created myself a strict protocol and I did 40 hours of water fasting. This was the first day. And then I had afterwards a 3 weeks solid food vacation, nothing but fresh pressed juices. So a juice feast, only juices. And in these 3 weeks, I put in 1 water fasting day. So after 2 weeks of juicing, 1 water fasting day, and then the last 6 days of nothing but fresh pressed juices. And this protocol is really, really good when you combine the juice feasting with the cyclic water fasting. I found out for myself you get even better results. And this is what I did. And then I did the breaking of the fast with watermelon and the refeeding, then slowly introducing solid foods and slowly decreasing the amount of juices you drink. And that is really a great strategy. So far regarding my protocol, it was a complete thing, 30 days, and I do this every single year. So every single year, I pick 1 month out of the year minimum where I do my detoxification protocol, and I always do it a little bit better. I fine tune it and find ways to improve it, and this is also I would like to talk about today. But so far regarding my protocol, and now I would like to talk a little bit about my results. What happened through these detox programs? Because I already do this for many years. This was not the first one. And I experimented a lot of water fasting. I did a 21-day water fast in the Tanglewood Center in Costa Rica. I did many also longer water fasts of 7 days, 9 days, and many short ones like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. I collected lots of experience with that. And also with the juice feasting. I did several juice fasts. My longest one was 66 days. I did 35 days, 30 days. This year was about 3 weeks. And this is great. And the reason why I do this is because I found out it is incredible for my bowel health. It is incredible for my digestion, that I improve my bowel transit time, because I come from a horrible digestion. I had chronic constipation through my whole childhood. All the things were stagnating. I wasn't regularly going to the toilet. And this also led to many health problems, like not feeling very good. Stagnation inside of you leads to also oftentimes brain fog, that you can't think clearly, skin issues, and I had all kinds of things. And I found out for myself when I discovered the water fasting, the juice feasting, the raw foods, the cellular hydration, that my health problems can disappear. I can overcome them when I do the right things, when I change my diet. I have the power. And this is also what I would like to motivate you. And the most amazing thing is that when I do this juice feast every single year, I found out my digestion is the most outstanding thing, and my elimination, and in general the bowel transit time, that is short, because it's a very important thing, that nothing is stagnating, that everything is in flow. And I found out for this year my after a quick adjusting period. So when I break the fast and do the feeding, it's a little bit slower because when you do a longer juice feast, it's always usual that when you don't consume any fiber, then you put it back in, that you have to be slowly, you have to be cautious and don't overdo it. But I found out for myself when I reach a certain days, a period. So the first days is a little bit slow, the digestion, and you feel sometimes also not very good. But then some blockages get relief, and this is what I found out for my personal self all the time. That in the beginning it's a little bit slower, but then there's a breakthrough, and then it's faster and better than ever every single year. And this is what I can also say for this year. So through my 30-day period of juice feasting, cyclic water fasting, I improved my digestion dramatically to the next level, and my stomach is so flat. It is so nice to have a very flat stomach, and this is just a great feeling. And also my muscle loss is pretty minimal. I only lost a little bit also in regards to my strength. This is also a great point. And the best feeling is to have a great digestion. Nothing is stagnating, meaning that also that the meals you ate the day before, that they eliminate the next day. So you have a bowel transit time which is under 24 hours. This is great. It would be also okay if you, when you eat some cooked food, if it could be until 48 hours. But it definitely shouldn't be longer than 48 hours, because then it's some toxic buildup and things are stagnating, and you really want to keep this bowel transit time short. And I think the ideal thing, if you would eat mainly fruits, vegetables, high water content food, that it is 8 to 12 hours long, the bowel transit time. So when you put something in, then it should go out in 8 to 12 hours. And when you also include some cooked foods back in, then it can also go to 24 hours. But in my experience, when we want to create optimal health and vitality, then it is good and wise when it is shorter and quicker than 24 hours. So that is regarding that. It's just an incredible feeling when you have excellent digestion and you don't have these digestive issues which I experienced in the past, like bloating, gas, and like pain sometimes, like stagnation, constipation, and this is just not very good. And we can really overcome it if we give our body the chance through the juice feasting, through the cyclic water fasting. What also always improves is the skin gets clearer. I always have a good skin for the last 5 years because I'm very deep into it for the last 5 years. But still, I found out it gets better and better. My face gets a little bit, I think, looks better. Also, in general, the look gets better. Yeah, and the efficiency also increases through the juice feasting. I found out for myself, if we do it in the right way and really clean out the gut, of course, we utilize the food we eat much better, because then all these plaque, all these mucus substances get out of the digestive system. Because if we have the bowel wall here and there's something sticky here on top of it, then we can't really absorb the nutrients and the things we eat, which are great in our food. And that is a very, very important step to give our body the right things and avoid certain foods for a specific time. And the solid food vacation is a great thing for our body to do once a year, and I can really recommend it to you. So I feel incredibly well. I have lots of energy, and I found out for me this period is very good. I can be really productive in this 1 month, and now it's all over. But I still experience these benefits, so they last very long. And I found out for myself, as I mentioned, that my health and vitality gets to the next level from year to year through this clever structured detox program. So what could I optimize to do it better next year? Because I always fine-tune my protocol, and I would say better would be to stick completely to organic produce, because sometimes I included also some conventional things in my diet, and I found out for myself this is important to get most of your produce in the highest quality. And in the beginning, I had some conventional produce inside, and next time I will try to give my best to do all organic. But of course, this doesn't hinder me that much. It's just an optional thing which I could improve. So the next thing would be that I train a little bit more often. With training, it's my concept that you keep it minimal during the juice fast, like intense exercise. You can do lots of walks, lots of natural things, movement in nature, but you should definitely overburden your body. There should be lots of rest, also recovery inside, that your body can really direct the energy towards cleansing, healing, and repairing. That is a very important thing. But what you have to do when you want to maintain your muscle mass, when you want to maintain your strength, is set certain signals to your muscles that they don't get away. Because if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you will lose it. And that is very important, that we give our body the right signals, that it knows it has to adapt. It can't shrink the muscles. And my strategy is to train intense, but decrease a little bit the sets. In everything you do, you decrease the volume, but still train intensively and do the right signals. But at the same time, you don't want to overtrain yourself during a juice fast, because you're generally lower in calories, you're generally a little bit lower in protein, and your body has to use all this energy in forms for the cleansing, detoxification. So I could train a little bit more often, because I was very busy in the last months during the detox program. And what I could improve is a little bit training more often, because I only did like 3 times a week. And that is great for beginners. But for me, I'm used to training 4 to 6 times a week. And it would be great if I don't train that long for each session, but a little bit more intensive. Yeah. Then another thing is that we always take time for our juices. And this is what I found out I could also improve. I know this for sure. But when your day is so busy and you have certain meetings and there's only a short break, then it sometimes can be that you drink it too quickly. And it's very important to not just drink it very quick down, to take your time for drinking the juices. So you want to sip them, or you will want to chew your juices, that your body knows what's coming. And also a good rule is to not drink more than 1 liter per hour. And this is what was possible for me on most days. And most days I took my time, but sometimes when I had quick breaks and it was very busy, I drank it a little bit too quickly. And this is what I also could improve, but nothing like dramatic. It was all okay. I think the most dramatic thing, or the most thing I could improve next time, is my sleep. So also, because the days were pretty full, I found out for myself that oftentimes I went to bed too late. And yeah, it's just normal when you work until 7 in the evening or 8, and then you train, and then you have some juices still, and then you want to have some break. It can be a little bit later. And what I would like to improve also in the next few weeks is my sleep cycle. It was every day about 6 to 7 hours during the week. And then in the evenings, I had like 8 to 9 hours. But I know for my body, 8+ hours on a daily basis is the best thing for my general well-being. And this is what I also will pay attention on. And I've also found out you don't want to be lacking in sleep, because then you will also not efficiently detoxifying. So this is also an important thing, but also not very dramatic. So I wasn't really sleep deprived. The great thing is that I'm performing really good, and that it's not like a lot of pain when I'm underslept. So this was also probably the reason why I kept doing not getting enough sleep, because I'm really also can do a lot of things when I'm also slept. But this is also something I could improve next time, and also in the next few weeks. Another thing which I'm considering is during a juice feast, I found out for myself, when you do it very long and you don't consume any fiber, that when you consume fiber back again, when you start with the solid foods, that digestion is a little bit slower, and it's just your body has to get used to it. And I found out for myself that yeah, it just needs some time to kick the digestion on. And I thought about putting in on some days some fiber in the juice fast in form of psyllium husks. And I'm really thinking about this, doing it the next time, because I did the juice feast with a lot of clients, also with my father. He does it every single year with me. And we found both out, when you only drink juices, then in the beginning the bowel movements are very good. They really are good. And you also always create some bowel movements, even if you only drink juices. And even if it's not plaque and if it's not built up, you still have some bowel movements, because there is still something left in the juices, some small amounts. And even the best foods always create some residue, and this has to come out of you, and this is a very important thing. And I found out for myself, if I consume no fiber, that there's some stagnation, even though I have some bowel movement. So you can think about this when you have your digestive system and there's some sitting in there and the juice flushes just through, but some things are always like leaving behind a little bit of residue. And I think it can be wise to just put in on some days a small amount of fiber which pushes through the system, like psyllium husks. And this is not a burden for your body, because fiber doesn't need the liver to work, or the pancreas is not something which your body needs a lot of energy. It's just a little bit of fiber which gets through the digestive system like a broom. And even though it's not like a juice feast or solid food vacation, if you would like to find it like that, I think a small amount of fiber could be wise, because I found out I have the greatest bowel movements when I combine the fiber diet with lots of water-rich juices, with lots of juices in general. I found out I have the best digestion. And when I only drink juices over a certain period of time, then as some things I realized for my gut, and also for many clients, also for my father, that some things are stagnating, and that also nose gets sometimes clogged up, and we wonder if we still always eliminate old stuff and old stuff. But I think there can still be some stagnation if we consume no fiber at all. And for that reason, I will next time do it with the psyllium husk a little bit. And this is a great thing. But you can also write it in the comment section when you watch the video, then what you think about this. It's a very interesting point, because when you're juice fasting, you're not really in the fasting physiology. You're not really in the autophagy, autophagy, and because you're drinking calories and nutrients, your body doesn't go in the fasting physiology. So I think a little fiber is not hurting you. And the juices, I found even that fruit juices, it can be more a burden than eating the fruit whole. Because when you eat the fruit whole, it's not so concentrated. Juices are not concentrated because they have a lot of water, but it gets absorbed concentrated because there's no fiber. And I found out for myself it's less burden when I eat a watermelon like that, or the cantaloupe melon, or the orange like that, with the fiber in comparison to the juice. So this is an important thing. But of course, during my juice feast, during my solid food vacation, I only drank juices, no solid food. But you can consider this, that with the fruit juices, you have to be careful. And I would also put some green vegetable juice with it inside the juice, that the sugar content is a little bit lower, that you add some minerals to it. And I found always this works best for me, to have a sweet component which gives you calories, like watermelon, like carrots, apple, or orange, and then a green component like celery, cucumber, lettuce, kale, dandelion greens, stinging nettle. There are many different options, and I keep my juices very simple. So in general, 2 to 3 ingredients. I found out for myself this works best, and this is what I can really recommend. And so next time I will probably put in some fiber, and I will be careful with the fruit juices. But also this time I already didn't drank too much fruit juices. And now I would like to talk about some questions which lots of people ask me in the last few weeks. And the first question is, so what is best? Juice fasting or water fasting? Which one is superior? And before I answer this question, I would like to drink something. And I would say that there is no better one. So both have their point. Both can be used strategic, and the water fasting is more powerful in regards to deep detoxification, in regards to deep healing. Of course, the water fasting, you have the autophagy, you have the cell recycling processes. It's much deeper, but both have their benefits. You always have to weigh the benefits and the cons. And the water fasting, as I mentioned, is deeper detoxification, but you also have to take the time out of your life. So you best take a complete vacation from all the things, from your work, and you really commit for the water fast. If you do it longer, especially longer than 3 days, if you do longer than 7 days, I would recommend supervision. And the benefit with juice fasting, it's very easy to do. You have in general more energy, you can work next to it, and this is a great thing. Then regards to the water fast, it's of course, yeah, the deeper detoxification, but there can also be some very strong, powerful cleansing reactions. And if you don't interpret them right, it can be challenging, and it can be much more not so comfortable experience as regarding in the juice fast. It's much more better to do, better to also go day by day, because you can also work and have a great experience, and you can be more productive during the juice fast. And there are many different things I could talk about water fasting and juice fasting, but you can use both. And this is what I found out for myself. Do the juice feasting as base and also put in some cyclic water fasting, because the juice feasting is superior, I found out, when it comes down to thoroughly cleaning out the digestive system, especially solving things from the bowel wall. It's also working mechanically, because you flush it out with lots of fresh pressed juices, and this is really a great thing. You also support the liver in the two-phase detoxification process, because it also give your liver the glutathione, which is important there. And the juice feast is a lot more safer to do, safer. And I found out for myself, you can go very long period of time and you can still maintain your muscle if you do it in the right way, if you drink enough. And this is also what I would like to talk about next. But yeah, this is what I would like to tell you, that you can do both the juice feasting and add in some water fasting days. That would be, in my experience, one of the best protocols. And then, of course, doing the breaking of the fast and refeeding in the right way. And you also, a benefit of the juice feast is that you better support your elimination organs. So your kidneys, your bowel get really flushed out, and also your skin in general improves better. And when you're chronically dehydrated, when you're really sick, when you really have also bowel issues and stagnation inside your gut, then I won't recommend doing a water fast. I would really recommend to do a juice feast, because when you do a water fast and everything is stagnating, even worse, when you don't do any enemas, then you're really toxifying yourself with your own waste matter, and that is not a really good strategy there. So I would use both. Both have their benefits and cons, and I wouldn't say one is better than the other. So there was a question coming in. Is there a particular juice that you think is superior or over all others? It's difficult to say, because all have their place. I would say that watermelon is just amazing, especially if you get them organic and juice them with the rinds, because I found out it's very cost efficient. One thing, you get really quick also the juice, you can make it pretty quickly, and also when you use the rinds, that you have a great minerals, and you have directly the greens with it. Then also, what shouldn't be left is the green juices, of course. This is the second component, which is very important, like especially the dark leafy green vegetables for the minerals, like spinach, wild greens like dandelion, stinging nettle is great, romaine lettuce is a staple, that's really good. And then the third thing which I would like to recommend is the carrot juice. Carrot juice is just amazing. It's have a good mix of fuel for your body, so calories, and also a good mineral profile. And I would also choose only organic carrots. This is very good. And yeah, particular juice is those so minimalistic. I don't do lots of recipes. I just keep it simple, and you can always add in some things which taste good, like ginger. If you want some basil, if you want some thyme, there are many different things you can add in. Also, small amounts of garlic if you like. Me personally, I did it lots of times in the past, but now I focus on not doing too many as very spicy things, but you can definitely do it, especially in the beginning. If you want some spicy things, you can definitely add it in. But yeah, this is regarding my juice recommendations. The next question was, how do I avoid on a juice fast losing too much weight and losing especially too much muscle? And my strategy there is, first of all, drinking enough juice, so supplying your body with adequate nutrition and calories. That means for most people, minimum 4 to 5 liters. It's just, I found out for myself, me personally, I need about 6 liters to maintain my weight. And that sounds like a lot, but because I don't drink like straight fruit juices, I avoid them. I always drink also lots of vegetable juice. Is that it's like 2,000 calories. And that is not a lot for me. I have lots of muscle mass, strength. I do regular strength training. But this amount is for me personally enough, because I found out, because your body's more efficient, you're not wasting lots of energy into the digestion. You can have decreased calories and still maintain better your weight. And the second thing, which is important, of course, giving your body the right signals through the right exercises. And you definitely don't want to lose muscle, because it's wise to keep your muscle mass. It's overall important for for everyone, for women, for men, for older people, especially because they often suffer from sarcopenia when the muscle shrinks. And this is a very important thing, to set the right signals through the right exercises, and also drink enough juice and recover enough through the enough sleep. So very, very important. The last question is, I would like to start with a juice feast. How do I prepare myself best for it? And I would like to say that preparation can be very beneficial. So when in the first week before, we already change our diet, improve it, that we have a high content in our diet of water content, high water content fruits and vegetables, a lot of it, and minimal processed food. Our best would to be cutting out everything, to cut out animal products 1 week before, or keeping it very minimal, sticking to higher quality options, and focusing really on the fruits and the vegetables, especially the high water content things like watermelon. Then we get better results, of course, because your body is already in a higher state of vitality. It can create detox reactions quicker, which is a good thing. And what I would also say is to decrease your fat content, because fats is the hardest to break down nutrient, macronutrient of all the three. And you definitely want to be eating the days before the juice fast a lot of fat. You definitely want to focus on a whole food, plant-based diet with high carb, low fat, and also yeah, to give your body the relief of all the burden which most people consume. And then you will jump right back in detoxification. It will be also a better experience for yourself. You will get better results from it. So these are the questions, the main questions you asked me over the last few weeks. And of course, the other questions I already addressed in the other parts before. So you can also check them out to see everything about my this year's detox program. And now I would like to tell you how we will continue. So it's completely done, my solid food vacation. How I will now go on with my nutrition program, with my exercise, with my recovery. And this is and I would like to say that first of all, with my diet, I will step by step include more and more food groups back in again. I said to myself I would like to stay raw completely for the next few weeks or even months. I just want to see how my body feels. And now I'm at the point that in the first phase of the refeeding, you only eat like fruits and the vegetable juice. Then I did like 5 days only fruits. I just wanted to see how my body feels, and I felt phenomenally well. It was incredible. Only fruits. The protein was so low, no fat extra, and I felt really good. But I found out it's not the best thing if you want to have a good athletic performance in regards to muscle mass. And I will, of course, you can do it for a certain time. I found it very beneficial to eat some fruits for a certain time to improve dramatically the digestion. But over long term, if you want to be successful, in my experience, definitely the green leafy vegetables should be in the diet. You definitely should have some other things like a little bit higher protein, fat content to give your body everything it needs. It always is very individual from person to person regarding to goals, what they want to achieve. But in general, this is what I did after the only fruit period. I slowly put in greens back again, increased that amount, and some seeds like flax seeds, some hemp seeds, and then some soaked nuts in small amounts. I only had cashews so far, and also some almond flour, raw almond flour. I found out for myself this is a good protein source, but only like I started slowly with it, and I found out for myself the great thing with the almond flour is it's just like almond, which is dehulled, so you don't have a lot of the anti-nutrients because the hulls are away. Then they de-oil it, so they get the oil out, which is the omega-6 fats. You really get it low fat that way, and then you're left with the good proteins, with the minerals, with the trace minerals. And I found out for myself when I mix it with like a pudding and then I eat my fruits to it, it digests really very well in comparison to other protein powders. And this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm also eating lots of green leafy vegetables to my also during my day. Nuts and seeds are slowly increasing a little bit, but in general, I keep my fat content low. Avocados were only a pretty little in my diet so far. And what I would like to also try is some sprouted legumes like lentils and mung beans, because I haven't really collected experience with it. And it's just something I wanted to try for a long time. And then now I will try how they digest, if they digest when I chew them very well, because I think legumes are a great food for my body. I always found out I ate them cooked always before, but now I would like to try them raw if it's possible, to sprout them very long and then eat them and digest them well. But because when this would be possible, then it would be a great source of amino acids for my body, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it will happen when I will stay raw, and when I also will build muscle strength with this protocol, because I think it's definitely possible, and I will also document it here on my channel and show you how I do it. So this regarding my diet. Regarding training, I will put in more compound exercises, again, like heavy lifting more. I will train more regularly. I will build some muscle strength back on. I didn't lose much during the detox program, but I still want to have some athletic goals. I like to set myself some goals in this fitness area always, and like to improve. It's just a very thing I enjoy. And regarding regeneration, I would like to improve my sleep to get it to the next level. And I want to set myself a strict sleep routine, like going to bed at 10 p.m., latest at 11, and then getting up between 6 and 7, and always having like the same times you go to bed, and having the same times you get up. And for me, waking up is always at the same time on most days, but sometimes it can be a little bit later in the evening when I go to bed. And this would be a thing I would like to improve and give myself a strict sleeping routine. So when you don't have any questions, I'm finished with my presentation today about my summary, conclusion, and also my outlook, how I will now continue. Of course, I will keep you guys updated on everything, how I will go on with my diet, with my exercise program, and my recovery program. And if you're interested in coaching, if you're interested in also a one-on-one session with me personally to set yourself a perfect protocol for your success when it comes down to detoxification, to juice feasting, then just reach out to me. Then I can tell you what is possible, that you get really going and you get the maximum benefits out of it. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel that you see more regular stuff like this. Leave the video a like, and I see you in the next video. Bye.